It's a Saturday morning and Mike is standing in a dealership parking lot, keys in hand, staring at the most beautiful thing he's ever bought.
He just signed for a $42,000 SUV, $680 a month for the next 72 months, and he feels like he's made it.
What Mike doesn't know, and what the dealership has absolutely no interest in telling him, is that he didn't just buy a car. He bought the single most expensive financial decision of his entire life.
My name is James, and I spend way too much time thinking about the decisions that feel like progress but are quietly destroying your ability to build wealth.
The average American will spend more money on cars over their lifetime than it would take to retire comfortably. And almost nobody is talking about this.
Let's start with the number most people never actually calculate.
Mike didn't pay $42,000 for that car. That was just the number on the window sticker. What he actually agreed to pay when you multiply the monthly payment by the number of months is a completely different number.
Mike's $680 a month car payment, 72 months. That's $48,960 in payments alone before a single dollar of interest.
Now, add the interest. On a $48,960 car loan at the average rate of 7.1%, Mike will pay an additional $9,660 in interest over the life of the loan.
But we're not done, because the moment Mike drove that car off the lot, it lost approximately 20% of its value in one day.
That $42,000 car was worth $33,600 before Mike got home from the dealership. And it keeps going. The average new car loses 60% of its value in the first 5 years.
Now let's add insurance. The average American pays $2,150 per year for full coverage car insurance.
Maintenance and repairs, oil changes, tires, brakes, the unexpected stuff, average another $1,200 per year on a newer vehicle.
Gas. The average American drives 15,000 miles per year. At current fuel costs, that's roughly $2,000 annually just to move the thing. Now let's add it all up. Because this is the number that changes everything.
Car payment, $680 per month. Insurance, $179 per month. Maintenance, $100 per month. Gas, $167 per month. Total, $1,126 every single month.
Over 6 years, the length of Mike's loan, that's $81,072. Not on the car, on owning the car.
And here's where it gets genuinely painful. Because that $1,126 per month isn't just money spent. It's money that will never compound.
If Mike had invested that $1,126 per month instead of spending it on car ownership costs, at an 8% annual return over 6 years, he would have $107,316.
Let's go bigger. Most people buy cars their entire adult lives. 40 years of car payments, insurance, gas, maintenance. The lifetime number is almost impossible to believe.
Over a 40-year period, the average American spends approximately $468,000 on car-related costs.
That same $468,000 invested in an index fund over 40 years at 8% annual return becomes $2,831,000.
Let me repeat that. The average American is trading a $2.8 million retirement for the ability to drive a new car every few years. Now here's where most people push back. And I understand why. Because the car isn't just transportation, it's identity, it's status. I get it, completely. But here's what nobody tells you about status symbols. The people who can actually afford them don't finance them.
Studies consistently show that high-net-worth individuals drive modest, reliable used vehicles. The flashy financed car is almost exclusively a middle-class trap. Let me introduce you to two people. Same income, same city, same starting point at age 25.
Mike buys a new $42,000 SUV at 25, finances it, then does it again at 31, and again at 37. 3 car cycles over 18 years.
The difference in what they spend on cars over 18 years code, $191,000. Lisa's transportation costs Mike's wealth.
But it gets worse for Mike. Because Lisa took the monthly difference in their car costs and invested it every single month.
At age 43, just 18 years later, Lisa's investment account from car savings alone has grown to $389,000.
Mike at 43 has a car he's proud of, a loan he's still paying, and $0 in investments from the money he spent on vehicles.
Same income, same city, same 18 years, $389,000 difference. One decision.
Now I know what you're thinking. I need a car. I can't just not have a car. And you're right. This video isn't telling you to never own a car. It's telling you exactly what kind of car decision separates people who build wealth from people who don't.
Rule 1. Never finance a depreciating asset. A car loses value every single day. Paying interest on something that is simultaneously losing value is a mathematical double loss. Rule 2. Buy used. A 2 to 3-year-old certified pre-owned vehicle has already absorbed the worst of the depreciation curve and still has years of reliable life ahead of it.
Rule 3. The 10% rule. Your total vehicle costs, payment, insurance, gas, maintenance should never exceed 10% of your monthly take-home pay. Rule 4. Drive it longer. Every year you drive a paid-off car instead of financing a new one, you free up hundreds of dollars per month for wealth building.
And Rule 5. Invest the difference. Every dollar you don't spend on an upgraded car payment goes directly into your investment account, the same day, automated.
Let's go back to Mike. It's 3 years later. His loan has 2 more years to run. He's sitting in the dealership again, and the salesperson mentions a great trade-in deal on a newer model. And here's where the cycle perpetuates itself, because rolling over an existing loan into a new one is one of the most expensive financial mistakes you can make. And dealerships are extraordinarily good at making it feel like a win.
This is not Mike's fault. Nobody taught him this. The financial system around car buying is designed from the ground up to keep you in a permanent payment cycle.
But now you know. And knowing changes what happens next.
Here's what Mike does differently when he walks out of that dealership without the new car. He takes his existing $680 monthly payment and sets up an automatic investment transfer for that exact amount the day the old loan pays off.
$680 a month invested at 8% annual return over 10 years becomes $124,816.
The car payment didn't disappear. It just changed sides, from working for the bank to working for Mike.
It's Saturday morning again. Mike is in the parking lot. Same gray hoodie, same keys. And when the salesperson comes out with a new model brochure, Mike smiles and says no.
Not because he can't afford it, because he's done the math. And the math changed everything.
Here's the thing about wealth. It doesn't care what you drive. It doesn't care what the neighbors think. It doesn't care about the leather seats or the panoramic roof or the badge on the hood.
Wealth cares about one thing. What happens to your money after you make it? Where it goes? What it does? Whether it compounds or disappears? Mike already knew how to make money. He just needed to stop letting his car take it.
The math already told you the answer. Now it's your turn.